Tú y tú. You copy, guys.
Get into the chopper! Now!
To save them!
I'm not leaving you. Hey, you two, find a way to cook and hide. See that lifeguard tower? And then you do whatever you want. Can't do what I need to do if I'm worried about you.
Sonny, check that out.
Hey, yo, my man, you got a phone?
3 megs. Then we harpoon them. Oh, it's a terrible idea.
You know, but
Montez!
Coast is clear, let's go.
They can walk. They haven't spotted us yet.
Different kind of emergencies.
Hand me that gum in your mouth.
you sure?
I got this.
Good luck. I have an idea. Let's go.
Vamos.
Nitrate.
Freeze! Come on, let's see if he phone. I got the set. I got the phone. Doggies. 9, 2, 3. What the hell?
They're right back.
The
Hey, because
Trust me.
Shut it,
don't want to hurt you.
or you'll do what?
People,
Where are you going?
You send everybody you got. The National Guard.
looks like someone else. Let's shoot the chopper.
Okay.
Good job.
Can you fly a chopper?
Yeah, I can.
Whoa, whoa. Good job.
Get up!
No! They're incoming! Hold on! Run!
Let's make it!
Are you sure it's not?
Get along!
You got the gun?
Glacier.
Yes.
Oh.
See you.
Oh, I got it. I already got it. No, I definitely got one. No. I never
Okay?
Yeah.
Stay here. Come on, you ugly bastard.
save the unbans for.
What?
Hell yeah! Yes, sir!
No motion. So listen to me.
These guys, I just sold all of them.
Two bombs. One after the Dolphins. I didn't believe it before, and I don't believe it now. You first. No.
It's not my fault.
I'm glad you finally understand.
Rescue 1 to Van Island.
What are those things? Oh, don't! Let me do this soon!
My unshoe scrub. I know, it's so sad.
Go, go! Come on, hurry up! Almost there. Almost there.
Chief Scrub, maybe after like a little bit of your other account being unactive, you'll be able to get your name back for this account, you know?
Anyone hoping that Ben Wheatley might bring some of the exuberant personality and boundary-pushing creativity on display in films like Kill List and In the Earth to his for-hire gig directing the dismally boring Meg 2: The Trench should find different cinematic waters to swim in. Much as in his atrocious remake of Rebecca in 2020, Wheatley mostly phones it in here, and he does so with a rotary landline. At least until the final half hour, when he's finally free to unleash some monstrous chaos. This is one of the dullest films of the year, a plodding, poorly made giant shark movie that inexplicably lets the giant shark take a back seat to an evil underwater drilling operation. This thing just has no teeth. Never really allowed to have the winking fun he gets from his best action parts. Jason Statham looks visibly bored this time as Jonas, the deep-sea diver employee of the Jang Institute, the facility that discovered the continued existence of a prehistoric predator known as the megalodon in the first film. The sequel reveals that the research facility has even kept one in captivity to continue to study it. Zhu Ming, an inconsistent Wu Jing, the head of the institute, is even convinced that he can train the megalodon. But everything goes wrong when it escapes. And no, this is not just a shark escape attack movie, although you'll wish it was as simple as that. instead of focusing on the fugitive Meg, who escapes hysterically easily while the crew is focused on something else. The script by John Hober, Eric Hober, and Dean Gorgeous sends Jonas and his crew deep into the ocean, to the trench that the megalodons have called home for centuries. On their way into the murky, poorly shot ocean, seriously, Wheatley's answer to recreating underwater photography is just to turn the lighting down. They discover other megalodons, but that's nothing compared to the evil humans who also happen to be in the trench, mining it for resources. Yes, Jonas and his team stumble upon an illegal operation in the middle of the ocean, which leads to their vessels being destroyed. A sequence in which they're forced to walk the ocean floor to a facility is one of the most poorly executed in years. It almost felt real-time. A few personality-less characters get chomped or blown up, but most of the faux tension is saved for Mei Ying, Sophia Kai, who survived the first film and becomes the main creature Jonas tries to keep alive. It's barely a spoiler to say that Jonas, Juming, Mei Ying, and a few others eventually make it back above the surface, fleeing the facility now overrun with soldiers for reasons I couldn't possibly care enough to explain. They head to a resort called Fun Island, and almost 90 minutes into this mess, the trench finally gets a little fun. You see, the underwater explosions destroyed the temperature shield that had kept things like a giant octopus away from tourists. Finally, Wheatley and his team get to have a little fun, but it's far too little and far too late. Even the action-heavy final section of The Trench barely seems like a production trying to have a good time. How do you make a movie about jet-skiing Jason Statham throwing harpoons at giant sharks and do it with such little joy? This is a bizarrely inert film with none of Wheatley's dark humor or vicious skill with horror. It's almost like he just gave up on doing anything interesting when he found out he couldn't make it R-rated. Cliff Curtis and Paige Kennedy develop a strange buddy comedy action vibe later on that almost works, but it feels a different movie from the rest of the action. Absolutely nothing here has stakes. So many people in Jonas's world die with barely a nod to the fact they ever existed, and anyone who has ever seen a movie knows who will make it to the final scene. Of course, that's not always a problem. We go to giant shark movies knowing Jason Statham will save the day. So it becomes about execution instead of originality, and maybe that's why Wheatley falls so flat here. It seems like he needs to be able to play with narrative to be effective. And when he's forced into a traditional structure, like he is here, he can't put his heart into it. He just checks out and goes through the motions. Early in the film, Juming gives a speech with a quote about how man is only limited by his imagination. Too bad the movie that follows has so little of it.